Today marked the 9th annual Playmakers Summit at Oregon Episcopal School, a leadership event for girls aged 12 to 18 who are student athletes. More than 600 young athletes attended to hear from top competitors, including Olympic soccer gold medalist Lauren Holiday, track star Mandy White, and former volleyball standout Genevieve Florig. Fox 12 photojournalist James Sparks has more from the event.
Paula is a former Division I college basketball coach with a successful background.
This morning we're at Oregon Episcopal School.
Hi everybody, my name is Genevieve.
This is year 9. It was originally the Oregon Girls Sports Leadership Summit.
Good morning.
Which was a mouthful. So we decided that last year to rebrand this, and now it's the Playmakers Summit. So we really have a focus on intentional leadership. We don't think that's happening everywhere. A lot of coaches will say, hey, you're the captain, but what does that mean? We want to really give them skills, takeaways, and some things they can use going out, starting tomorrow.
Change is uncomfortable, but so is staying safe.
So today starts off with, we had our keynote speaker here, Eden Gold.
So if you're already uncomfortable inside of your comfort zone, it's time to change.
And then the next thing, we have a panel of pro and college athletes that will be coming in to really share their stories and experiences.
I coach the Lake Oswego High School dance team, and also
and we think that that's a really nice message to send to these girls. Like, people have gone through some hard times, they've gone through some great times, and how do we celebrate them?
I want them to take away that being an athlete and being involved in sports can shape who you are as a person, especially as a young girl. For me personally, it gave me so much confidence to go out there and try anything and have the bravery to put my foot into it and give it my all.
I am Lauren Holiday. I am a two-time Olympic gold medalist.
So I want them to take away, it's not only your passion, your love, but the impact you can have. Before, it was we were constantly fighting for what was deserved, and now it's less of that fight, and we can show up in a way that we can actually impact in a different manner.
So I think it's very important to give back to the youth. And if I can be a help to any of the younger girls that were in the same position as I was coming up, doing sports and athletics in Oregon and close to Lake Oswego, I'm happy to do it.
We think this is just a really important day. And we have college facilitators here from University of Portland, University of Puget Sound, Willamette University, and Pacific Lutheran University. They all came down today to make sure that those girls are being led by college athletes. So we think that's pretty special.
I don't think that women's sports will ever look like it did when I was playing, or 10 years ago. I think that we're only going up from here.
That's why we're all here, is because we want to see women be successful, and especially women who give it their all and put being an athlete at the forefront of things.
There wasn't something like this when I was growing up. We got to play sports, which was great, but there wasn't a chance to really hone in and have intentional leadership. So again, if there's a way that we can get in front of 600 girls and coaches that are registered today and make a difference, and they can be better going forward, we're doing our job.